The next speaker that we have here, I literally stalked him, didn't I? It took me a while to get him out here. He came all the way out from California. He has a company called InsideView. He's the founder and CEO of InsideView. What he does is to provide the new frontier for CRM. And he connects the dots, as far as I'm concerned, with inbound marketing techniques, much like HubSpot does, but they do it slightly differently for folks, helping salespeople aggregate leads and qualified prospects. Please welcome me in introducing Umberto Milletti.
Good morning. Good morning, and before I start, I wanted to thank Mitch for giving me an excuse for having my laptop open. I'm tweeting. Sorry, I'm tweeting. I got my laptop open. I like that one. And Dharmesh is going to make my slides look like his slides were done by marketing and my slides were done by sales. And you'll see soon why. I don't have the pretty pictures. And I'm here to really talk about selling and how you sell, which is why I took the stage before I was introduced. You know, when you're in selling, you can't wait for things to come to you. Sometimes you have to go get things. How many people have a sales role or sales leadership role? Raise your hand. Excellent. So I'm talking to all of you. And I'm talking to all of you about what's it like to buy in the new world, but more importantly, what's it like to be a seller in the new world and what's changed. So what do prospects want? We have about 500 customers that use our application. They're all in sales. It's all salespeople. So I get to hear a lot about their perception of what customers want. And they tell me that customers want receive information that's relevant to them at the right time. So the days of cold calling, I think, are either dead or are dying soon. The ability to reach somebody at their desk and have them pick up the phone or send an email that's a generic outreach email and have a response are going to continue to decrease. I am overwhelmed by emails. I'm overwhelmed by Twitter. I'm overwhelmed by all the social media that's going on. If I pick up my phone, it's absolutely a mistake on my part. Maybe I think I'm home. I don't even pick up my phone at home anymore. So your ability to reach me as a seller is only going to be if you have something to say that's relevant to me. So I, as a buyer, I'm interested in relevant information at the time that I'm interested. You might have something that's great for me a year from now. I don't want to talk to you now. I want to talk to you a year from now. Or a year ago, I don't want to talk to you now. I want to talk to you a year ago. You missed your opportunity. So that's what customers want. What I want is a clicker that will actually, when I say up goes up and down goes down. And okay, I think I got it. I just have to hold it like this, upside down. It'll work. Now, what do your sales reps want? They want kind of the same thing. They don't want to waste their time. They want to talk to the right person at the right time with the right information. They have learned that they're not going to make any money chasing after people who have no interest in talking to them. If they haven't learned that, they are probably going to be out of a job soon. But they need your help as a sales leader to give them information that's going to help them identify who are the right prospects, when it's the right time, and what to say to those prospects. And that's what I'm going to talk about today. So, making business deals happen is really about what you know, about who you know, and where and when is the right time to talk to prospects. So if I'm in sales, my job is to connect with a prospect and make that be a useful connection. So the question is, how do I get to them? As we mentioned, phone is probably not working that well anymore. Email is probably not working that well anymore. My experience is that the best way to get to a prospect is to get to somebody they trust and have that person make an introduction for you. So how do you find those introductions? How many of you know about LinkedIn? Okay, so LinkedIn is great for maybe reaching prospects. The problem is LinkedIn is usually not viewed as a place where you want to be inbounded from. It's usually a trusted network, and people don't like to be contacted too much on LinkedIn. Problem number one. Problem number two is if you have a fairly junior sales organization like I do, I think the average age of my sales organization is probably in the late 20s, they don't have that great of a network. I mean, they have a few LinkedIn connections, but it's not like they have a great network of 500 plus people. So the amount of outreaches they can do through LinkedIn is fairly limited. So we help our customers figure out how do I get to prospects through their customers. So I have less than 100 employees or fewer than 100 employees. I think that's the proper English way of saying it. Fewer than 100 employees, but I have over 500 customers. And those customers have tens of thousands of employees. So can I find a connection between one of my customers and a prospect that I'm trying to get to? Maybe they worked together at a previous job. Maybe one of my customers went to a prospect site and now is a target customer. How do I leverage those type of connections? We call these implicit connections. So they're not visible through your social network, but they're just as powerful. Can I find connections through my previous employment? People I used to work with before. Maybe I'm not connected to them through LinkedIn, but you know, can I reach out that way? I feel staticky. Hopefully I won't get a shock. Take me to 911, please. The other one is coworkers. Are there any people working at my company who know somebody at that company I'm trying to reach out to? So these are all the type of connections that we discover for sales organizations, again, with the goal of making the sales rep more effective by bypassing the traditional call outbound and really looking for people who can refer them into a prospect. Sometimes we can't get you to the prospect, but we can get you to somebody else in the organization, to the CEO, to maybe a different VP. And that's just as valuable because now you have somebody trusted who says to that company, you should talk to these people. And that, in our experience, completely changes the perspective. So the other key thing that we see is finding compelling business events. Dharmesh, you guys are moving offices, is that right? Okay, so I looked up HubSpot when he was talking in our application. Mitch gave me an excuse for doing it. I was actually not doing Twitter. I was using our application. And the first thing that I saw highlighted in our application is the fact that they're moving offices. Now, that, depending on what I sell, that could be a great opportunity for me to reach out to them and say, hey, I have cabling services. I have voice over IP services. I have business card reprinting services. There are a whole bunch of business things that one buys when they move locations. So that could be applicable to me or be completely non-applicable to me. So another one of our customers is a customer called SuccessFactors. They sell HR products and technologies. Every time a CEO or executive in a company talks about employee development, employee skills, retraining, their sales reps get notified and saying, this company just talked about something that makes you a good prospect, makes them a good prospect for you. Reach out to them. Don't reach out with a generic message. Reach out with a message that says, hey, Dharmesh, I see that you're moving next week. I wanted to let you know that we have services. Can we talk? We can help you save money, move more effectively. Or, hey, Joe, I saw that your CEO talked about employee development. Do you have a platform for managing employee skills? If not, we SuccessFactors have a platform for doing that.